Wow, good morning from the most luxurious hotel in provincial Russia. Had a good night of sleep, now it's time to go out, it's time to check out and see what adventures await us here in Tula. But first, let's check out the view from the most luxurious hotel in Tula. Look at this. This is the Hotel Armenia. So you expect this mountain right here to be the Mount Ararat, but then you just open the window and look at this. The amazing view from the Hotel Armenia. Goodbye, Hotel Armenia. Thank you for everything. It's been real. Oh well, we're not really off to a good start of the day. The weather is pretty shit, if I must say. It's drizzling down here on Lenin Square, Plosha Lenina. Good morning, Lenin. How are you today? I find it funny how I showed you the view from my room, and this Hotel Armenia in particular has rooms with a nice view over Plosha Lenina, over Lenin Square, but on the other side where my room was, you have the view that I had. Plans for today: jump on a bus which can take me to Yasnaya Polyana, which is famous all over the world for being the residence in the 19th century of the famous, popular, notorious writer Lev Tolstoj, known in the West as Lev Tolstoj, author of War and Peace, Anna Karenina, and some others that I'm not sure about. Well, join me on this trip to Yasnaya Polyana. Let's take the bus!
Возьмите, дочь.
Спасибо большое. Hello! Minibus who just took me to Yasnaya Polyana. And hello, Yasnaya Polyana. Where the hell am I? So of course, not knowing exactly what a bus stop for Yasnaya Polyana was, I kindly asked the driver if he could stop and tell me when we would eventually reach Yasnaya Polyana so I could get off. But I think Yasnaya Polyana is like the village, and then the residence of Tolstoy is a bit on the outskirts of the village, if villages even have outskirts. So I think I was dropped off at the entrance to the village, and now I'm walking down this path which is supposed to take me to the museum of Tolstoy. But I don't know, it's just me around here. Now over there in the distance, I just heard shots right behind these trees of this forest right here. So I'm wondering if there are hunters hunting animals in this area. I have no clue about that, but those, if I'm not mistaken, were definitely rifle shots.
Вот сейчас пойдешь туда на дорогу, выйдешь. По тропинке такой узенькой.
Ага, да. А далеко пешком можно?
Вот за полем. Вон машина едет, видишь?
Да.
Прямо туда.
Это далеко пешком или можно пешком?
Пешком там 500 метров.
So I just asked the guy for directions, and thankfully he said that I'm on the right path, and the Tolstoy residence is not far from here. In fact, he said it's around half a kilometer, which is good, because I don't really fancy walking multiple kilometers on the side of Russian provincial roads. There's no one around. It's a bit creepy. Also, in combination with the great texture of the sky and with the weather, it's still spinning down a little bit. Okay, thankfully I reconciled with civilization and I got to a car park over here, surely full of cars of visitors who came from all over Russia to visit the house of Lev Tolstoj here in Yasnaya Polyana. Здравствуйте, простите, дом Толстого сюда?
Вот туда.
Туда?
Да.
На
Направо, вон ворота, видите?
А, да.
Вот и направо,
вот,
там дом.
спасибо
там,
вам
да,
большое.
пожалуйста.
So here are the gates to the museum of Tolstoy residence. Unfortunately, there's both a museum and of course the park where you can walk around the residence, but even if you want to have a stroll like that, without entering the museum, you have to pay for the ticket, which is around 100 rubles anyway, so I'm going to do that. Спасибо вам большое. I got my ticket and now I'm ready to walk for the same path that Tolstoy himself used to walk. Здравствуйте. Спасибо.
Везде есть указатели.
Okay.
Указатели есть.
Замечательно. Okay, спасибо. Fun fact, today in the beginning of November, £1 is exactly 100 rubles. Because according to my bank, I just got the notification, that's what I paid for the ticket. Just £1. There it is. There's one of them, because apparently the Tolstoy residence was made up of little scattered houses around the park. This is one of them. And it's exactly here, at the Yasnaya Polyana, that he wrote his masterpieces. Of course, War and Peace and Anna Karenina. Now, in order to walk around the park here at Yasnaya Polyana, you just have to pay the ticket, which is 100 rubles. If you want to get inside any of these buildings and take a look at the museums that are here, you can do so only via paid excursions. Now, of course, Lev Tolstoj himself was not the only one living in this immense park. As you can see here, you have some signs, and the one over there is the house of Tolstoy himself, but you also have the house of Valkonsky. And I'm actually quite interested in the grave of Tolstoy, which according to this sign is right over there. So let's go and check it out. So this is it. I don't know why, but I was expecting that kind of proper graves, modern graves that you see in modern cemeteries. And I was also expecting to say, I don't know what you call it in English, but that thing where you have the dates of birth and death and a picture maybe. But apparently, Tolstoy's grave is right here. Lev Tolstoy, the author of masterpieces such as Anna Karenina and War and Peace, is resting right here. I think as far as Russian landscapes are concerned, there is very little that can get any more Russian than this. You have a combination of nature, green, brown, wooden houses and the grey sky. Well, it's time for me to say goodbye to Yasnaya Polyana. Let Tolstoy rest in peace as he deserves. And it's time for me to get back to Tula. So the really nice lady at the entrance told me that there's a bus stop which is much closer than the one that I got off coming here to Yasnaya Polyana, and I just have to walk a little bit, a couple of minutes. There's a school, and on the other side of the school there should be a bus stop. I'm not sure but I got it right. Let's see. So there's the school, of course named after Tolstoy, I can see in the distance, but there is no bus stop. Heck, there's even no road. But what you can find here is the omnipresent monument dedicated to the fallen soldiers of the Second World War. I found the bus stop! Yoo-hoo! Hello again, windy Tula. Wow, the weather has become absolutely dreadful here in Tula. Look at the rain falling down. That means that there is just one thing left for me to do, which is trying to see if I can find a souvenir, a statue, a statuetka of Tula, which I can add to my collection. Let's see. Just here on Prospect Lenin Avenue, you have this. Пряники souvenire. Now, I'm not quite sure what the first word means, but I'm all about the second one. Здравствуйте! Как ситуация с туристами в Туле?
Замечательно.
Замечательно? Да? Русские туристы?
Да.
Привет. Ну, хорошо. А я ищу, у меня есть коллекция статуэток, понимаете? Например, я еду в Париж, и я куплю Тур Эйфель, понимаете меня? А у вас есть, думаете... What do you think about this one? So I got myself, it's not really a statue, it's more like a magnet, but still it will be able to stand like this, so it should fit inside of my collection, so no big deal. And yeah, I got these two sabore, which means cathedrals of Tula, so I'm pretty happy with my choice, and yeah, mission accomplished. Alright guys, the sun is about to set not only behind the clouds, but behind the horizon as well. Which means another day has come to an end. I'm now at the train station in Tula, exactly where I was not even 48 hours ago, and it's time for me to get back to Moscow. It was quite a day though. I'm quite happy that I managed to get all the way to the park where Lev Tolstoj used to live. And yeah, I'll close down this video now and I'll see you the next time. Bye!